part of the things that we have to do as insurance folks is to gather information. And at this wisdom letter, we're going to talk about gathering information. Press Diamond from Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for joining us at this edition of Your Wisdom Letter. So what are the compulsory rules that you have for you and your, let's figure out a better word for producers. So we're going to talk about client advisors. So what's a better way for your client advisor, and what are the compulsory rules for them to gather information? Let's make them short, let's make them easy, because we want it to happen. And you really can't work on what comes in unless they follow these 5 or 6 compulsory rules. Number 1, you have to get the personal information as well as the business information, because personal sells insurance. You have to know the person, they have to know you. So what personal information do you want? Search on the internet. You'll come across a great Minnesota marketing person named Harvey Mackay, M-A-C-K-A-Y, had an envelope company, and he had 55 things the salespeople had to bring in about the buyer. I don't think 55 is right, but you'll find the number you need. Personal information is important. If a salesperson brought me something from the business school I attended, would that make me more interested in what he's talking about? It probably would start a conversation. So think personal. Number 2, whichever form you use to gather information from your potential client or future client, never a prospect, you want to build client's name into everybody's mind, hand them a copy of the form that you're asking questions from. Number the questions that you're going to ask. So you can say, now, number 3, Al, let's get into that. And what you're doing is, number 1, you're controlling the buyer's mind by directing them. Number 2, you're having them use another sense by looking at something, as well as listening, as well as feeling. So they're using all of those senses. I don't know why we don't do that, but that's compulsory, even if you have to create your own Accord-type forms. Next, get a signature before you leave. So that form has a signature and a date, and that line above the signature says, this information is correct, just like signing a life insurance application or any other application. You want them to verify it. And the other line on there is that you both agree to have another meeting to progress. Make those words yours. We don't want to feed you the words. But the 2 things that are important, the signature, that everything above is correct, and you agree to another meeting to continue to see if you're a good business fit. From your car when you get out there, how about a 30-second video, not just thanking them, but making it something of substance, so right away they get a short video of you after the call when you get back to the office. Fax them, mail them, even email them a copy of the information that you received to keep them up to date, to create expectations that you're going to put into action. Next, send them a handwritten note about 3 or 4 days later to follow up, letting them know now that everything is put to bed. You haven't heard from them about the application or what information you collected from them, what the next steps are. Even though you told them when you were there, alert them now. Now this wisdom letter was probably 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Sorry for going over, but put these compulsory rules into action. See you next time.